Alright, hey guys, I'm back. So, in the previous video, I asked you guys to arrange your outliner. Arrange it to something like this, where you have one geo group. Remember to group something, just select it, and select another, then hit Ctrl G, and that'll group them. So, under your geo, you have your mouth. Your mouth has everything, your lower teeth, lower gums, upper gums, and the tongue. For your eyepiece, it's the same thing. Has all the pieces that go for the eyepiece, and the body has all the organic parts like the eyeballs, the pupils. For this, you would want to group though. For the eyeball and the pupil, this will be the eye. Yeah. The upper lid, lower lid will be part of the body. So yeah. Alright. Later on, this will become handy when we're rigging, and will become clearer to you guys. When we select something, it is named, and when we apply something to it, it will help us know what we will name it. Alright, so let's begin. Let's start with the skin and the chrome. So I'll start out with the chrome. Now when I shade, I always start with lighting. So I'm gonna set up a simple indirect light. I'm using Mental Ray. Again, if Mental Ray does not appear, go to your window, settings and preferences, plugin manager, and all the way in the bottom, if you're using 2013, just check Maya to MR. If you're not using 2013, you might have to look for it around here. Yeah, Maya to MR bundle. Okay, great. So once that's checked, you can now select Mental Ray in your render settings, and we can now create an image-based light here in the indirect lighting. So create that in image-based light, my desktop. It's in my dailies. Panorama. Alright, so I'm gonna use okay, I think I'm gonna have to. Yeah, you know what? I think I'll go with this one for now. Yeah. Open that, and before I continue, I want to uncheck primary visibility. And another thing I want to fix is final gathering. So accuracy I bring down to 10, point density to 0.1, point interpolation can be brought up to 20. Yeah. Now final gathering, I explained this in my cartoony eye. Yes, in my cartoony eye tutorial and my eye tutorials. So yeah, I will leave an annotation here with a description. Alright, so that's it for this. Now I'll go into my camera by selecting the camera with this icon here. I will go down to environment and bring this to a 50% gray. So 0.5, and now it's 50% gray. So let's do a test render of our scene. Just hitting render. There you go. So as you guys can see, it's using the information from my image-based light. So it's bouncing off, and that's good for shading. You would want this to work with any scene, so we have to light it properly and give it see if it works with Final Gather. Alright, so let's start with Chrome. So as you guys can see, I combined the eyepiece. So I just have to click on it once and it will select it. Holding down shift and just right click, holding down right click, go all the way down to assign new material. Now a window will pop up and type in Mia, Mia X passes. Now I want Hypershade to be open here, so I will hold down spacebar. Anytime now, spacebar. Holding down spacebar here in the viewport, we can go to Hypershade and render. No, just Hypershade and perspective, and that should open up Hypershade on the side. Alright, so let's graph our Mia, and let's work on shading this. Let me frame this so I know how big my render will be. I have a really small screen, so yeah, all we really need to see is the settings and the node tree. Alright, so I'll go to presets, and the first thing I'll do is put in Chrome, replace. So now it's Chrome. Then my presets, I will throw in 20%, 25% copper, and then make this, desaturate this and this, because I want to keep it at white. And if you do a test render to see what that looks like, you might be surprised how easy it was. Yeah. So still not quite what we're looking for. Very noisy, so we'll have to fix that. Fairly simple to fix. Just bring up glossy samples to 8. Try rendering. No, before you render, bring down reflectivity a bit. And let's render this again. Yeah. A bit happy with this. I might want to mesh it up a bit more. Yeah, just a bit more. I might bring down reflectivity just a touch. And I'm not a very big fan of this noise. I might increase glossy samples. So glossy samples I'll bring up to 16. Reflectivity I'll bring down a bit more. I'll zoom out a bit so it renders faster. Yeah. Oh, a bit too much. Zoom out there. I'll bring down my point interpolation back to 10. That should render much faster. Hit render. And there you have it. This is what I want. Yeah. Now, I don't like the brownness of the image-based light. It might change my judgment on colors. So I'll delete this and create a new one. Turning off primary visibility, and let's choose a file. I think I'm gonna go with this lab. It's whiter and brighter. So yeah, render this. Yeah. So it's nice to jump around between different image-based lights every now and then. Well, it's not a good habit, but it helps you. Like, if you're not really used to looking at colors and stuff, it would be nice to jump around a bit, and you'll start seeing it differently every time. So what I lack here is a bit of color. For my chrome, I want it to reflect a little bit of oranginess, if that makes any sense. Yeah, and I want it to have a base color. Just a touch of that. And let's see what that looks like. Yeah, so now as you can see, I put just a bit of color and it's really reading now, and it pops out more. It's not blending with the environment. See how much that little color can give you, and how much the image-based light really changes the way you look at the material. So now glossy samples is a bit too smooth. Let's bring back a bit of the a bit of that noise. So yeah, let's just go back to 8. Again, you want this to be multiples of 4. Yeah, multiples of 4. Just because Maya calculates it by 4s, so it's useless. If you have this at 12, it's gonna go. No, 12. No, sorry. If you have this at 11, it's gonna go to 12 anyway. So you might as well type in 12, because you're just wasting the calculation time. Whatever. I don't know if that makes any sense to you guys, but yeah, just keep it at multiples of 4. All right. I might bring down reflectivity just a bit more. 0.4, and let's see what that looks like here. Under that region. Yes, I think this is what I want. Bring up roughness a bit more. Yeah, that's what I want. Alright, now let's proceed to the skin. See? Very straightforward. Now let's proceed to skin. Alright. Skin, I will apply a new Mia. It's already in my favorites, so for you guys, you'll have to go in and apply a Mia through your assign new material attributes. So yeah, I'll assign new Mia material. Graph this. Right now for this little piggy, I'll make him yellow. Yeah. Then I'll bring down reflectivity, not all the way, but glossiness I'll bring down quite fairly, something like this. Alright, then I'm gonna take a Fong here, take a Fong, so I bring this up, Fong, I said Fong, there. So I'll take this Fong, middle click drag it into my additional color in the Mia. Now the Mia will glow like this. We don't want that, so just bring down color to black. Bring down spec, bring down everything related to reflection to their lowest. Yeah. Okay. Then all we want is a bit of ambient color. And we want this to have color. Yeah. Ambient color won't work with black, so we'll have to create a color here. Just bring down the strength and just look at your Mia material and see if it works. And try rendering that out and we'll see what that looks like. Okay, a bit too overexposed. We can see it by now, like by just looking at the final gather. So let's go back and bring down color just a bit. And if all else fails, you can go to your Mia material, then bring down weight, because we might want to add a bit more ambient color to the skin, just to add bit more to it. Go back. I think I brought weight down a bit too much. There. Okay, render. So since I'm adding on top of the Mia material. What the Mia material does is it clamps everything so it does not overexpose. So now as you can see, it is overexposing because I'm adding to it. I added a Fong on top of it to calculate on top of it. So we will get overexposure, but there are some cheats and ways to take it away. So as you can see, it gives it this cartoony drop off, this cartoony look, and that's what I want. So since this works for me, this is what I do. So again, so it's really a matter of just mixing and matching whatever it is you're doing. So there, less overexposure, and it is looking a bit more ambient though. Yeah, let's just add a bit more ambient color. There, just a bit more ambient color. You could even add a bit of incandescence, but this will change it a lot actually. We don't want to make this too red, so give it that orangey punch. Now I'm gonna dump this file and render so I can compare. Just subtract from your Mia so we don't get overexposure. I can stop this and you can compare. There, so see, the incandescence adds more there. Yeah, and that's it. Now we can continue. Yeah, that's it for the skin. So let's just do a test render zoomed out, and you guys will see the full effect of the chrome and the skin. It's a simple skin shader if you're going for a cartoony look. I want. Now we have to do a shadow test. We don't have any shadows going on, so it looks very CG. To do a shadow test, it's quite simple. Let me tap spacebar because I don't need the hypershade anymore. Alright, so let's go into create. Let's create a light, directional light. Alright, so let me take this light, bring it up, scale it up, and if we activate lights, we can see where the light direction is. Let me put it somewhere here. And now let's let it cast shadows. This is a very simple shadow test. It's just one light. So let's use ray trace. Let's give it a light angle of 10 and shadow rays of 32. Uses the samples, the shadow rays. And let's just render that. And what this will do is it will darken the areas that don't have any light. Like inside the mouth, under the chrome. It will give it shadows basically. And will make it more realistic. And will help you shade. Like you need this when you're shading. You need shadows. You need to see how your shaders will react to the shadows and how it will look lit. The image-based light can only do so much, so that's it for this part. I hope this helps. You guys can proceed to part 2, where we will go in. Let's finish. There you guys have it. Very simple, very straightforward. Alright, cheers.